Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa. So last time, it seems that our fallen brethren or sisterin, whatever, Sakura Ogami has fell, and now we are in the investigation because of it. And so far, what we have on here is that we have a locked room mystery here. Bitch. And we have to go figure out that mystery. So let's continue on, shall we? Alright. That's my room. Okay. Alright, so we got to talk to Toko and Hiro. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong! Bing bong! After a few seconds.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't even look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
He said he wanted to talk to me about something. Action! I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, your reaction would say so otherwise. Becca already told me that she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Ah! I just said two, didn't I? Just get to the point. I guess that's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toad claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toga quickly retreated into her room. Took us account. You're gonna have a lot of accounts in this trial. Hero! I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong! Bing bong! And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Action! Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be?
What? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your specialist abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Becca and Togo to come and Tiny Hands to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, no, she
How about that?
she gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't
With
me.
you. I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note that she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like we don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Tiny Hands and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look around look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Wait a minute! I have a button called F1, and I can go. Oh fuck! Okay, I can go over here, where someone will also be in. Oh, that was not there before.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Just make sure your confidence doesn't kill you. Unlike mine, I'm amazingly confident that I'm not even stooping over confidence. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Okay, dumbass, I understand. I love you. Alright, so there's not really much to check here. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a close look at it. Of course, I'm short as fuck. It looks like 3 shelves have been convected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Alright, so yeah, there are a few things. First we'll start off with the powder. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
That's right. It could have only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what it happened, and when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. So it's the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scare on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Okay. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen.
what?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I drawn up a sketch of the room. And some disturbing music is playing, but I don't think that should be playing, to be honest. My throat. I'm gonna get a drink after this next episode I get finished up. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, then left. So basically, someone, yeah, cause like there's no other footprints but an A, cause someone would have had to just walk in, go to the A, and do that. Have fun, Nor. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Becca said. What he's trying to mention is that these footprints only belong to a certain pair of shoes. This cannot be Kyoko by obvious reasons. This cannot be Becca by obvious reasons, not Toko. So between 3, but even then, knowing what our main character was doing by basically sleeping instead of free timing, you know, like, you know, maybe you want to hang out fucking Becca or Hero again, you know, but no, it had to be like that. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Are you Bigfoot? I have found Bigfoot. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, he just really wants you out of here so that if he, in case he does become blackened, he thinks he'll have an easier time. With, even though there is another person alive that's clear as day to just solve the case. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these footprints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chemistry 4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the position of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. Yeah, so keep that in mind. According to Becca, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints of powder. Let's check the middle again. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered. Okay. So now it's time to check the lockers. Let's see what's on the shelf. There's all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. You know, like there's all these A's, you know, and then on the left there's a C. Like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, there's a C, and whoever moved it, there's clearly something to do with that. Which means that someone moved it from C to A. But D10 by the footprints, it couldn't have been the person who left those footprints. I think. I could be wrong. Because simply put, you could just step over it. But otherwise, if we follow this literally speaking, there's no way. The protein we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit in section A. I mean, it says right there, huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. You know, like that Sauber Mercedes C9. I'm a nerd sometimes when it comes to racing. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They look like, they look like what you would normally call alcohol. They're reagents. Put simply, they're using the experience to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I consider this as part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. There's like a little sticker behind one of the bottles. On the shelf, one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and the number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like that it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, and Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. So I must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there's a bottle with labels from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Chem Lab shelf has been added to the True Bullets section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the Chem Lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. And yeah, that's it for this room. And Peck has nothing else to really say, so... But the fact that he's just, you know, he's that guy. He wants to solve this case as fast as he can to test himself. Where another stance is, I would rather say, just take your time with the case, really, in the end. Like, murders are gonna happen left and right, and I know that's coming from someone that shouldn't really remarkably say that, but, you know, that's just my opinion on things. So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Tiny Hands and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So, along with Becca, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying. It's fucking Hiro, clearly.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the monochrome bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring up into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. Aside from that free time event, it's the kind of thing that it's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there's still sometimes. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her... You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Didn't she used to, like, wear feet? Or wear no shoes? That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the Drupal section of your handbook.
Hey,
Next is the wound in her head, to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. I mean, you can tell from the Monokuma bottles. 2 blows?
Indeed.
And interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. She was part of the blowjob community.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. Instead, it was more semen-like. She likely did hand jobs as well.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. The slut. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off, even though I'm a fucking pussy and whatnot. And, alright, Monokuma bottles are the next thing. I think Kyoko said she'd find a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. But you know, I'm too stupid enough to fucking know. Something new, something new. It's like there isn't like 2 bottles missing, or like a piece missing.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. A correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Monokuma bottle. Monokuma bottle.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's been bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you get up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you okay? Sure to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious bitch not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. Ah! My throat, bro. This time I'm killed at this point. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight. Are you sure?
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Oh shit! Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words.
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together,
Hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monochrome bottle experiments and added to the bullet to the section of your experiment. And then finally, Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. The game Clue! Could you actually pay attention for once? Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's more for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. It's Tiny Hands! Well, on one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters, and it said, Tiny Hands. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
Is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? Now I want to keep you clear on something. Remember when Kyoko mentioned, well, because Makoto's a pussy, that Sakura's hands are nowhere to be like dirty or anything, like they're plainly clean, like nothing is on them? Well, particularly speaking, if that's the case, someone else may have written that dying message. Of course, I could have let you connect it together, but, you know, I guess that's what happens, you know. My mouth is too much. Maybe I have something, I don't know. But I don't know if I fully have it, per se. Because I've been able to keep a lot of things in secret. That says Togo, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine died message. Ding dong, bing bong. Oh boy.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
These investigations are usually different by the measures, but yeah, so I'm just gonna
Should I
run
do
say
it?
it.
Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor.
We can skip this. It's already time, but the mystery of the log room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. You know, where I'm at my best. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. You're awfully loud. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Damn, only 6. Malcolm made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room mystery!
what?
What the... Oh, I recently just discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Indeed.
For example, you're depicting and you find a dead body! This is just plain creepy.
Well,
How about the reverse? Great something is if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see y'all down there. What the hell is that? I don't get it.
Just the word.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Alright, let's head in. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clinking sounds. It felt lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just 6 of you, huh? Oh, really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Would you like? Yes, yes, please. I'll save it there. Alright, so this time for our truth bullets we have 21. 21. But yeah, we have all this as our next thing. So yeah. And then I have a skill to set, so I'll attend to that. Does crystal predict? Okay, that's set to 5. But yeah, this is super useful. I can only really get through this run. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, let's continue. Oh, I should probably look through my phone.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Well, well, I went too
then
far.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't. We really don't.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Now, remember, this is my favorite chapter in the game. So, like, generally speaking, Alright.
It was one of you.
Still
One of
with
you
10
killed Sakura.
hearts, by the way.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's
I
low.
fucked.
That's about as low as you can get.
It was one of you. One
Okay,
of
that's
you
control.
killed
And what reason did
because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Break.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Okay, we'll hit up with this one next. And yeah. All the pocket trash. The pocket trash!
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Probably
One of you is absolutely guilty.
Yeah, I need a drink.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
He never did.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Shut up!
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Which I think we will continue off later on Danganronpa, where we go see what the trial is at. We go see what we're at with this. And yeah, thank you so much for coming by. I'm gonna go get a drink now. Peace, peeps.